Hey guys, Deathslitter Magic here. Still clearing out my sinuses after being sick, but yeah, I had that flu for about 50 hours. The average in America is 9 days, so hey, if you happen to be a biomedical engineer / researcher, and you'd like to hand me large piles of money to poke me with needles and find out why my weird mutant genetics let me generate, antibodies and T cells, we'll say, at 5 times the speed of an average human, and then, make a cure for all diseases, thus saving mankind in its entirety, that'd be great. Hit me up on Twitter DMs. Oh, that's right, this video is sponsored by My Immune System. That's not a website, I literally mean My Immune System. Somebody pay me money for my freakish immune system. So anyway, I couldn't make this video ahead of time because Wizards could have accused me of purposeful sabotage or some other thing, but now that Mythic Edition has been on sale for a reasonable amount of time on eBay, I think it was this morning I went live or something, and it's still not sold out. Let's just go through a quick overview of what I thought was going to happen. Just one quick bit of background information to make all this make sense. In America, the largest online retailer is Amazon. I guess by volume, probably not profitability. The number 2 largest is Newegg.com. They sell electronics and other stuff. And number 3 is eBay. Those numbers are a little outdated, but probably still accurate. Now, Newegg has a store on eBay's website, and that just basically means they have an account and they set up a seller account, basically. Kind of funny considering they're larger than them, but they don't want to miss any customers who, as they put it, go off platform. Needless to say, they are by far one of the largest sellers on eBay. They even have a special agreement with them, it would seem, where it just hides their feedback ratio completely. It's just gone. It's not even there. So eBay was able to bend the rules a little bit to do what Newegg wanted them to because of their sales volume. Keep that in mind. Well, if you go over to Newegg, I took this screenshot today. Samsung 860 EVO 2.5-inch 500 gig SATA SSD. Real nice. $85 plus a markdown with that promo code, which I crossed off because by the time you see this, it probably won't be accurate. Also, none of this is sponsored. None of this is an advertisement. I actually don't like Newegg very much. You can see where it says, in stock, limit 3 per customer. So if you add 1 to your cart and then try to change it to a higher number, it just won't let you. In fact, I think I punched in 50 and then it just said insufficient quantity available. It's either past the inventory that they have or the per customer limit, and it has been adjusted. So they adjusted it back to 3. If you look up a similar item, yes, I know that's a 4 terabyte SSD. It's not that similar. Well, it's 8 times the size, but it's still an 860 EVO. This is a screenshot of the description of the actual listing of this item over on eBay, but through Newegg's reseller account on eBay. And on the top, they were even able to add a special note. I'm not sure how they did this. I guess eBay made a little exception for them. Orders above per customer quantity limit will be voided. And it even says more than 10 available. Here's the thing though, I added it to my cart. I did quantity 140, which happens to be right below the amount that they actually have in stock. And there is absolutely nothing stopping me from hitting checkout right now, except for the fact that my credit card will get declined for the $97,000. Although they do trust me with a $22,000 limit on my Discover card. I don't trust me with $22,000. I don't know why they do. So anyway, they would have to manually catch it. A human would review it before this goes to packaging, and they would have to manually cancel it. Maybe there's an automated system that does it, but basically what I saw from this, and since I've never seen this on eBay ever, my conclusion was eBay does not have a feature to limit the quantity of something. I'd say because why would they? Why would they want to artificially lower sales? But, duh, when you don't want somebody to buy up all of something. I mean, it's really that simple, especially like hot collectibles. So if eBay can't put in a per customer limit for Newegg.com, a company literally larger than them, they can't put it in for anybody. So what I thought some cheeky little jokester would do is head on over to the Hasbro Toy Store account on eBay. The second that they go live, hit quantity 5,000 and just buy just about the whole damn thing. Or 10,000, 20,000, who cares? I mean, a lot of people have credit cards with no limit, believe it or not. Plus, the money's getting refunded immediately. I don't know if eBay has some special identity verification thing or some additional steps or like a phone checking system for orders above, $1 million or whatever. But as far as I know, somebody could just do it. So I thought somebody, as a joke / a middle finger to Wizards, would just go to the listing the second it goes live and buy every single one of them. Obviously then, after probably knowing Wizards staff and their level of incompetence and the fact that they've never sold on eBay before, sort of, it would maybe take them a half an hour to an hour maybe to catch it, refund it, and then everybody would think that they sold out, and then they'd have to relist it manually. They'd have to re-verify the quantity compared to real orders that snuck it in the meantime. And then it would go back on sale, but everybody who wanted it really badly thought that it already sold out and gave up, which would ruin the entire product release, which is why I didn't want to just like make a video saying, oh, I think this is going to happen, wink, nod, nod, don't do this, anyone. I don't think Wizards would take that very kindly. I mean, they absolutely deserve it because this was very poorly planned out in my opinion. It's also just a greedy trash product. I mean, if you buy it, whatever, like it's cool, it's probably worth the money you're paying. I think it's not for me, to say the absolute least. Well, unfortunately, I don't know how they did this, and I don't know why they don't do it for Newegg. Probably Newegg's fault, but I mean, here it is right here. Purchases are limited to 2 per buyer. That is right on eBay, right there. And Hasbro is way smaller than Newegg, like not even on the same planet size-wise or volume. Now, this problem would have been especially bad if you look at the couple people, it is a very small amount, who left negative feedback on Hasbro Toy Shop's account. Half the complaints I would say were, oh, the item arrived damaged. Well, okay, they probably didn't protect it enough, or your mailman hates you. Whatever it is, what it is. But a lot of those people and almost the entire rest of the complaints were no communication whatsoever. I sent them a request on eBay, no response, no message back. So it's understaffed, low effort, unprofessional. Do you think they would have intercepted it in time if somebody bought 10,000 of these and fixed it within a reasonable amount of time, or even had the know-how to know what's going on and why it happened? Personally, I do not. That's why I am shocked that it didn't go down this way and that they were able to get eBay to do this. I have a shop account, like a basic or second tier shop or whatever, and I'm not able to do any limited quantity anything. That's not even an option. Maybe a 4th tier store can do it. I don't know. I'm still wondering why Newegg doesn't implement this. It must just be like a database skimming thing where they just don't know how to feed in that field. But what I do know is that Hasbro narrowly avoided a hilarious disaster. Hey, speaking of disasters though, only 9,144, oh wait, let me refresh the page. 9,174 have sold as of right now. There is an unknown quantity remaining. It just says limited quantity available. Yeah, that's a filler. That doesn't even imply anything, but they're not sold out yet, and it's 1 a.m. basically the next day. That's not good. That means that people are not willing to pay for this, even at its MSRP. And on top of that, I would bet you that after the last one, which is still selling over 400, maybe 75%, I mean, maybe that's high, but we'll just say 75% of people who bought it already are buying it with the intent to resell it for more money. So just think about that. Even if it's 2/3, 1/3, that would be like 3,000 collectors and 6,000 investors so far. That is a crazy dangerous ratio. And remember, we don't know how many of these they ran off. So a lot of people are probably like me and they completely forgot that it was going on sale today, but also I had zero intention to buy it whatsoever. So I would think that somebody would be, putting a note in their phone or something to buzz them when it goes on sale if they were, even the least bit interested in it. So I have a feeling we have a bit of a flop on our hands. I wouldn't call it Plane Chase Anthology where there was just no interest whatsoever and they 100% sold it to like idiot investors like Rudy who bought 150 without knowing anything about the game. Like the fact that people don't play Plane Chase and that there was zero buzz about the product. Like literally attend one F&M and just ask people about it. You would have known it's a bad investment. I mean, I'm astonished that he bought, 150, 200, 300 of them? So this isn't quite there, but this is maybe like Masters 25 or something. We're like, it's okay. It was selling well below the MSRP. People kind of wanted it. There's some good cards in it, but it's not nearly as good as people thought it would be. And MM1 was insane. MM2 was hot. MM3 was pretty hot. Iconic, not so much. I think that one came out first, if I recall. But for either Iconic or Masters 25, people looked at the product before it and they're like, yeah, this is a product that sells. It looks good. Everything's cool. Oh, look at all the money I can make. And then this one rolls off. Collectors only have so much money, and it was, 3 months ago when you could buy the Guild's Ravnica Mythic Edition? So honestly, this really does not look good. I think people would be waiting, oh my gosh, at least months with an S, if not years with an S, for these to go up to like 300 plus. It is possible that people just didn't want the whole thing because that's a lot of money. They learned from last time. They're like, I'm just going to drop $50, $60, $70 on the one Planeswalker I want, make it my commander. It looks pretty, or I'm a big fan of Sora and I just want the card for my collection. And they just pick that up. So it doesn't really matter if people are willing to pay $250 for the pack. People who were investing in them could just say, oh, okay, I just won't sell it sealed. Cool. I'll open them up and sell the singles and, make 10, 20, 30, 40%. I don't know. So that is very possible. I mean, I'm not saying it's a complete write-off loss. Everybody panic sell it. Oh my gosh, the sky is falling. But the fact that there's still some available is really bad. I really cannot understate that. So if you're on the fence about this, I would wait until a bunch of skittish, really just dumb, impulsive, panicking investors start selling it a week from now for like $220 and just trying to cut their losses. Or just don't buy it at all because nobody needs it and it's overpriced crap. Just get the cheaper versions of the cards. Or if you've got that much money, just buy the 1 or 2 cards you want from it. It will be cheaper. We're not going to make money on it, so there's really no reason to buy this product at all for any of you. Hell, that should be the tagline. They should have written this on the box. It should say, Magic the Gathering, Ravnica Allegiance Mythic Edition, and then little subtitle, nobody needs this, comma, please do not buy this product. So anyway, that's the fun situation going on with this. I hope they don't do it again. And if they were trying to just rake in money, okay, they probably printed an appropriate quantity. They're still selling. They're going fairly quick. But if this was supposed to be the new invest in it, buy it, sit on it thing, they just scared the crap out of investors. I mean, this was almost impossible to get last time, and it was geographically locked. Sitting on standard boxes, not that smart. Not these days, not at these print volumes. Oh, and now Masters is dead too. Well, singles have been historically going down. I wouldn't exactly be investing in MTGO cards either. Well, that leaves nothing. So, and plus From the Vault is out too. So, I mean, they got rid of everything that anybody might buy. So this is their collectors, investors, sit and hold kind of thing. Like it'll go up in value over time, guaranteed. I think this release just ruined that, unless they're sold out by tomorrow. And even then, I think people are getting a little skittish over the, fact that it didn't sell out in 1 hour. I don't think they can pull this off a third time unless they cut the print volume in half. And, well, I don't even know what it is. It could be 50,000. They'd have to go a hell of a lot lower than half then. They would basically have to cut the print volume to like 7,000 so that it does sell out in one day, and then the next time just slowly creep it up, because then investors would be like, oh, okay, the third one sold out that quickly. Now I'm confident. Boom, you get those additional sales, but you still sell out in a reasonable amount of time. Or if they were really smart, just lie about the quantity, misrepresent it on the page, and just like when you're microwaving popcorn, wait for it to just slow down a little bit and then cut it and say that you're out. Adjust the quantity from whatever it really is to, oh, now it's sold out. And then just take the rest and burn them because they weren't going to sell anyway. And you're going to make up for it by selling to more people the next time around because they'll be more confident that it is going to sell out. And if something sells out and then there's no more, the price goes up virtually immediately, and then more investors buy them. That's what I'd actually expect them to do, although it is very wasteful and kind of expensive. Also, one more note. This is the same people doing fulfillment. It's the Hasbro fulfillment website. Or warehouse, not website. If it was their trash website, it would have crashed by now. They still are not equipped or willing to do international shipping. So how are they opening it up international on eBay? Oh, that's right. eBay has an international shipping program. So what we as sellers do is we can open it up to international, but say, oh, we're only going through that program. We're not going to send it directly to you with FedEx. It's too damn expensive. So we send it to eBay's international hub in, I believe, Kentucky. And they just put it on a boat or a plane or whatever, depending upon where it's going, railroad, who knows. And they just wait. I mean, they could wait up to 2, 3, 4 weeks from what I heard, depending upon where it is. I mean, you're out in Azerbaijan, you're probably not going to get it for a while. If you're in Canada, you probably will. But they'll just fill up a shipping container, send it to your country all at once, on a boat, which is dirt cheap. And there you go. The problem is, they charge the buyer extra. When you go to check out, eBay knows about what it'll cost, and they charge you more. I don't know how much more, but I would assume it's a lot. So you have to pay for, me as the seller to send it to Kentucky, and then you also have to pay to have eBay ship it to your country. So these are going to cost a lot more than $250. Also, there are not many countries who have a dollar advantage on us or any kind of currency exchange advantage. So now you're paying for all of it in US dollars converted in real time in PayPal, and I would bet Hasbro has their PayPal set to the buyer pays the conversion cost. I know mine is set that way. So then you pay an additional fee, the weaker currency trade, pay for shipping twice, and you don't get to see the object for a month. It's a wonderful program. So it's not like Hasbro confirmed that that's what they're doing, but everybody suspects that that's what they're doing. So good luck, international people. You probably would have been better off just buying it from a scalper on eBay, although they probably use the same damn international shipping program. Either way, this wasn't a disaster like last time, but the fact that they're not sold out and they're not exactly being scalped on eBay means it kind of was a little bit of a disaster, just a different kind. The only interesting thing will be, are they going to do it again? Obviously, yes. I mean, it's basically 3 sets in the same plane. They're going to put Nicol Bolas in the 3rd one. So are they going to do it a 4th time is the question. Well, that will be interesting, won't it? But in the meantime, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next disaster.